allowed myself to go watch 3 movies in a row until I did. And it was like, I was so high, I thought, wow, that was great. 3 guided movies in a row. And I've got so many parables of even how the Spirit, when I was on the road once, guided me to go watch these 2 movies in a row, and they had all these parallels, and there was all these lessons I was learning, and I remember that with some friends of mine, I would call them up and okay, hey, let's go to the matinee, and they would say, but it's Tuesday. I said, yeah, I know, it's bargain matinee. Come with me and everything. They'd say, David, it's the work week. It's Tuesday afternoon. I'd say, try it, just come out with me to the movie. So I remember this one woman came with me, and we watched the movie, and I was high after the movie, and I said, how was it for you? She said, all I could think about during the whole movie when I was watching the movie was that there are millions and millions of people that are at work, slaving at jobs all over the world, and I'm here feeling so guilty in this movie theater watching a bargain matinee Tuesday movie with you. I said, oh, that's too bad. It's like, I cannot take your thoughts away from you, but that's not the best use of a bargain matinee Tuesday. Go and have some fun, be inspired, have your heart crack open, be lifted up. That's what movies are for. That's what music is for. Be intoxicated by God. That's what movies and music. But you have to realize you're going to have to start to give yourself over. To me, this was all part of my mind training. I actually had to make a flip from feeling guilty about mind training, feeling guilty about doing the course, feeling guilty about meditating, feeling guilty about doing all these spiritual practices, to actually one day going, well, wait a minute, what if this is all the most practical thing I can be doing to fulfill my happiness and my joy, to be enjoying? And maybe, what if all the other stuff that I felt guilty about not doing enough of, maybe that was the trick. Maybe this spiritual discipline and mind training is actually what I should be doing all the time. Well, the ego was screaming after I had that session, it's like, that's terrible, bah, humbug, that's awful. You're going to end up a bag lady, a street person. You have gone too far now. You're off. You have lost it. You have lost your marbles. But actually, I thought, I feel pretty good. I feel really good now. Now I live with a bunch of people who do the same thing.
Well, feeling good, become more and more valuable. Like if there is a moment of feeling good, like that becomes so magnified in the awareness. Okay, this is so important, and the rest of the moments, if there's heaviness, the problems to be solved, becomes less valuable to the mind. That's what I noticed gradually. Is because originally, when the problems are always there, my mind was very much wanting to solve the problem, wanted to go into it, wanted to discuss it and solve it. But more and more it becomes just like, I don't even want to go there anymore. I want to focus on what makes me feel good and do more and more and more of that, making sure that that is my focus of my mind. And it's very, very counterintuitive. It's very counter what the ego want us to do, but that is actually working really well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You just start to notice more of the witnesses. Like today, I just was in this big, beautiful, empty house. I look around, I see Iso likes to just basically sleep, get his tummy rubbed, eat. He looks like the Buddha now. He's become the Buddha cat, because he doesn't really have a care in the world. So we've got Buddha cat there, and then today, Chella, the cleaner, was over there, and Chella comes over and she's just smiling, rosy cheeks, she's so happy. She puts on her earbud and she loses herself in the music. She's probably there for like 5 hours cleaning the place, immaculately clean, and she's just, I see her out there in the sunshine, and she's got her earbuds on, and she's wiggling and shaking and everything. These are the reflections, If house cleaning can be that as ecstatic, if house cleaning can be that joyful, then why not? Why not let it be that? She loves it. For her, it's her time with God. Her body's moving, cleaning, but her earbuds are in, and she's going, and you can tell she's actually having fun. She's actually enjoying it. And if our eyes meet during the day, she's smiling at me and I'm smiling at her. Oh, there's a kitty cat that came in South Africa. As soon as I start talking about cats, I notice them on the screen. I was just down there, Catherine. I recognize that one. So, but these are the witnesses you call forth. And your mind just starts to soar because, you're in your function, you're in your joy, and you're in your joy for the whole universe. It's not just you individually. When you go into this innocence and this holiness and this happiness, you're doing it for the whole universe, because there's only one of us. Really, this idea of fragmentation and separate persons and separate bodies is the trick. And Jesus tells us in Lesson 132, he says there is no world apart from what you think. So, if you're thinking happy thoughts and you're thinking with your Creator, then there is no world apart from what you think. Then it means the whole world is happy. It's like that song, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. And when you're laughing, the whole world laughs with you. It's the same idea that Jesus is teaching in Lesson 132. There is no world apart from what you think. It's a perceptual dream. And if the dreamer is happy, that means everything in the dream is happy. Because there is no world apart from your mind. There is no world apart from what you think. And when you believe you have problems, then it's like your mind generates a dream in which there seems to be problems all over the place. Many different levels and layers of problems. Political problems, problems with the environment or pollution, racial, ethnic problems. There seems to be envy and greed and all different types of competition. If that's what you want, then that's it. It's like the ego is like, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. But you better hurry because it may not. It's always, it's gonna come to you at your own beckoning, at your own wish, because your mind is that powerful. If you want to be happy, there's nothing that can stop you from being happy, because you are created happy, and that's more natural to be happy than anything else. But if you want to hold on to a false identity, and you want to play little, and you want to play limit, and you want to play I must meet my needsville, if you want to keep playing that game, then that's the perception that you hold as your reality. Not that it is reality, but it's just the one that's held. So this is the time of holiness. This is the birth of holiness. This is that seed of glory in the mind that says, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to be limited in any way, because it's only your mind that brings forth your experiences. The world cannot make you feel a certain way. The world cannot generate feelings. The world is a projection of feelings, and egoic feelings produce egoic perceptions. And Jesus is just saying, this need not be. There is another way.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Awakening to True Happiness with modern-day mystic David Hoffmeister. You can access more of David's teachings by visiting his website at davidhoffmeister.com. Tune in to David again next week on Evolutionary Voices for the Quantum Age, heard Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern on the Dream Vision 7 radio network.